I know you're looking at the caption of this and thinking, think small? What's he talking about? But let me tell you, all these sermons are out there about, have big expectations, think big, God is big, just always have big plans and be ready for the big stuff. The big stuff is coming. But you know what? God shines to me most prominently in the small things. I'm learning that more and more on my walk, and I think to me that is just some of the coolest things about God. Because, and you can even see in the book of Exodus, I mean, God came down in a pillar of fire. He parted the Red Sea, gave them manna from heaven. And what did the people do? They still didn't. They still doubted. And we were thinking, well, if I was there, I'd believe. Like, I don't think you would either. I think there was so much doubt going on back then. And usually when we have some things presented to us in such a grand way, it can be initially shocking and fantastic. But then over time, it's going to draw out and say, well, it wasn't as good as this. But for me, God shines in the small things. And the Word even says, too, and it's absolutely been proven that He speaks to us in a still, small voice. We as people like loud volume. If we can't get our message across, make it louder, make it bigger. But when God gets His message across to the people who really listen, He does it in a very quiet manner. Very, very quiet, in a still, small voice. And He says, be still and know that I am God. There's so much in that verse. It can go so deep. It's just absolutely amazing. In life, in little turns, brief periods of trust, knowing of your expectations, they're just knowing everything and just going by that trust and that hope can just slowly but surely grow your faith. God loves to do things small because as opposed to being big, starting small, ending in and just going in that trust will help you build a stronger foundation in Him. It helps build a relationship. And people that you're very, very close with, every day, it's one day at a time. It's learning about that person and just learning about the little things. And with God, it's the exact same way. As grand as He is the Alpha and the Omega. He's everything He created. He's outside of time. We're going on a cycle called time, and He is outside of time, so He sees us as the finished work. And He picked us before the very foundation of the world. Before time even began, He already had us in mind. That just blows my mind. But then again, He's God. His ways are not our ways, and we can't think the way that He thinks because He is everything. But to me, God shines most prominently in the small things in life. As opposed to a big light, I like the sharp laser that just kind of pierces and goes right down, right to the center. And that's what kind of stands out more. My conversations with God are always in the peace and quiet of the evening. Many times He wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell me something. I always thought that was interesting. I was like, okay, I'm listening. But 3 a.m., okay, no problem. But it's always in those moments of peace and quiet, and He just gives you small little pieces of Himself to help build you and grow you. And that helps you become more knowledgeable of the person that He created you to be. Because always remember, God created you because He wanted a family. He put you on earth to choose you. Or for you to choose Him, He already chose you. And then when you ultimately choose Him, and then you grow in that knowledge, then you become that person. And you begin to see just the amazing grace of God Himself. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day.